A green light from the UN Security Council to put more French and African troops on the ground in the Central African Republic as the country descends further into violence. Members voted unanimously for a French-drafted resolution. It authorises the deployment of an African Union-led force known as MISCA, giving it a one-year mandate to use appropriate measures to protect civilians and restore security. French forces are authorised to take all necessary measures to support the mission. MISCA is to increase its troop numbers from around 2,500 to 3,500, while France plans to double the number of soldiers currently on the ground. The resolution also imposes an arms embargo and asks the UN to prepare a possible peacekeeping mission and requests that the Secretary-General establish an international commission of inquiry into allegations of rights abuses. The French UN envoy said the Council had a duty to act.
Cette population est terrorisée par des miliciens qui se livrent aux pires exactions.
The people have been terrorized by militia carrying out dreadful atrocities against them, killing, raping, looting. This is the daily lot of thousands of women, men and children. The state has collapsed and is no longer able to protect the people.
De protéger sa population.
For the past fortnight, in anticipation of a decision, French armed forces have sent specialists to prepare, if the order were given, for the arrival of additional troops. More than 1,000 French soldiers have been waiting on the border with Cameroon, ready to deploy. They'll join more than 600 French troops based at the capital Bangui airport, as well as African Union forces. The UN vote came on a day where more than 100 people were killed as rival militias fought fierce battles in the capital.
It's a very chaotic situation in town at the moment. There's been heavy fighting for several hours this morning, and there's real concern for the civilians caught up in this city. This conflict here has increasingly taken on a religious tone, Christians against Muslims, and what we seem to have seen today is Christian groups attacking rebel fighters who are Muslim and who control the town for now. Of course, all this happening as the French prepare for a huge new deployment of forces into this country to try and create stability here.
What do you think is going to be the outcome of French forces going to join African Union forces in the CAR?
I think it will have a positive impact on the very critical security situation that we have in Central African Republic. There are already 450 French troops there, and within the next 5 or 6 days there will be another 800. So altogether 1,250. And in the meantime, we will also try to help the African countries contributing to their operation to increase their presence within, hopefully, the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we hope this will have a stabilizing effect.
The Red Cross payload, 16 people with gunshot wounds, mostly women and children, like 3-year-old Petinou.
One girl lost her leg, the other one was shot in the chest and in the left leg. They've gone back for 4 weeks of rehabilitation, and now we'll be following up to make sure that they're able to move on with their lives.
The casualties are taken to what passes for the hospital in Bois, and we learn more about little Petinou, shot through the buttocks in a firefight between the Seleka gunmen and opposing militia. Petinou's dad, Maturio Kombo, describes how his 3 other children were killed and his wife. Petinou, he says, is all I have left. On the bed next door, another unsmiling, traumatized child casualty. What does life hold in the Central African Republic for a little girl whose right arm has been shot off? For Leslie, everything about life has now changed.